This is the second part of our Thanksgiving special, cooking a full dinner in our Cavalry H1. Our first chapter had us cooking an entire turkey and gravy. Now it is the turn of the sides, which at Thanksgiving it's even more important than the turkey, so they have a special place on the table. Let's start with the simplest one, mashed potatoes. As we said in the first part, this is something that is done with family or friends. We begin by adding oil, salt and pepper to taste to the potatoes and a head of garlic, which will be wrapped in aluminum foil so they don't burn on the outside. We will take the potatoes and garlic to the bottom tray of the Cavalry H1, where they will cook for about 50 minutes or until you can pierce them with a knife. Our turkey is already cooking in the classic mode, so if you want to go to that recipe, the link is in the first part of the video description. Meanwhile, we have to move forward with another of the sides, the classic cornbread. This kind of sweet and salty corn cake, we love it, and Kara learned to prepare it in an incredible way. In a bowl, we mix all-purpose flour, corn flour, baking powder, baking soda, and sugar. In the Cavalry H1, melt some butter. This recipe needs a lot of butter, so we do it right away. We just have to be careful not to burn it, so check it regularly. In another bowl, we add sour cream and buttermilk. We mix vigorously to incorporate both ingredients. To this mixture, we add 2 whole eggs, incorporating slowly. Add the liquids to the bowl of the dry ingredients. Stir well to unify. We remove the butter from the Cavalry H1 before it burns. Now we add about 3/4 of butter from the pan to the mixture. Very carefully, the remaining butter will stay in the pan, which will be used, so please don't wash it. Stir the mixture and add it to the pan with the butter. Now it will go into the H1 for about 20 minutes. We let it rest before cutting into the cubes. Now it's time to return to our smashed potatoes recipe. Before removing the potatoes from the oven, we heat a cup of milk in a pot along with a bunch of herbs and aromatics that you like the most. We use thyme, rosemary and bay leaves. That's very traditional. You can do whatever you want to do. The milk should be hot but not boiling, so don't forget to take it out. It's about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, we take the potatoes and garlic out of the wrappers and carefully peel them. This takes some time, so ask for help and have fun with your friends. To finish the recipe, we start adding the roasted garlic to the bowl with the potatoes. Then we start to mash. To achieve a creamy consistency, we will gradually add butter and splashes of hot milk. We add the cream and finish stirring. We plate it with chopped parsley on top to give a little color. And then we are finally ready. Now we're going to prepare 2 must-haves for Thanksgiving. First, the stuffing. We start by cutting a loaf of bread into small cubes, which we will add to the baking tray and then into the Cavalry H1 to dry. It's about 10 minutes. Remember, we are drying them. We don't want to burn them. Meanwhile, put a tablespoon of butter and breakfast sausage in a pan. And into the Cavalry H1 we go. Meanwhile, chop half an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a bunch of herbs, thyme, rosemary and sage. We also chop a celery branch into very fine cubes and add it to the vegetables and herbs. Now we add this mixture to the sausages. After a few minutes, our mixture will have a beautiful golden color in the pan, and we will add a little broth. When everything is incorporated, add the hot mixture of sausage, vegetables and broth to the bowl. Now add the dehydrated toast and cold bread. Mix it and add it to the baking tray. Cover it with aluminum foil and set it aside. It's time now to take out the turkey and the gravy that we prepared in our previous video. While the turkey is resting, the stuffing goes into the Carry H1 and it will take for 45 minutes in the classic mode at 320. At the same time, add the carrot cut lengthwise to a pan with olive oil, salt, pepper, and butter for about 15 to 20 minutes or until tender. Now add honey and chili flakes. This will go back into the Carry H1 for another 10 minutes for the perfect color and flavor. To finish the stuffing and after 45 minutes, remove the aluminum foil for a tray. This will give a spectacular golden brown with only 20 minutes more of cooking. Finally, we have our complete Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes, cornbread, stuffing, and even fire glazed carrots. We know we are very lucky to make such a complete dinner for the whole family or friends, and we are very happy to be able to share it with you. A great Thanksgiving dinner with just one load of charcoal ready in record time. Thanks for watching Kevin's YouTube channel and see you the next time.